Like, it's just like watching 5 individual players going for aggressive plays, and that's basically it.
Yeah. Not much to build off of that, although they did have a decent string of 5 or so rounds at the middle of that last map, so maybe they can dig into whatever was going right there and try to do something better. You could say, okay, well, maybe Kungara were kind of faltering at that moment, but you know, I do feel like there are small glimpses of what Carahouse could do right. Hopefully they can pull that back. They're going to need it as they do move on to the second map here. Kungara's map pick of Mexico. It's do or die for both of these sides, trying to make it through the wildcards into knockouts tomorrow. Let's see who's going to take it here on Mexico.
All right, Kungara, again, going to be starting on the more difficult side on this map. We've seen it work for them a few times, and earlier today, not so much. Maybe they've learned on their end as well what they can change up on this blacklist side of the map. They're also a lot warmer shot-wise than what we saw earlier in the day. You can see, here comes the jump peek from Mercs. How are they not ready for that? The trade's finally coming through, but is it too late? Famous and Michael trying to pick up the pieces after that awkward exchange in mid. Famous good for 1, but Rambo already takes down Michael, but Famous still a 1v2, not completely out of the question for him.
Yeah, this is going to get pretty interesting. Very aggressive play here right from the first round. Maybe trying to continue with some of that momentum. Obviously, you know, you got like 10 minutes in between the end of the last map going into the next one, so they want to get right back on the horse with an aggressive play here on Mexico BL. But yeah, now it's going to be a 1v2. No bomb here for Famous. He's got to just pretty naturally push into this one. He does have a couple of utility. You know, maybe can throw in a grenade, try to weaken one of the guys. Also, JRK has kind of been struggling, whereas Rambo has been doing decently for the team. So kind of an interesting duo of guys that he has to play into. Maybe if he can pick off one of them, could win the trade against Rambo or something.
This is a really smart play from Famous as well. I mean, he's already snuck in behind them. I don't think they're going to be aware of his position at this point, and they've also split up. Even more risky in this positioning from Carahouse, which should just be them holding the bomb together. Now the bomb is exposed. Nobody's really defending it now other than Rambo sitting on the back of this site. JRK is in a position to try and help trade, but Rambo gets caught off guard, still hits the shots anyways. A little bit too close for comfort, but they still get it done.
It looked a bit shaky from Famous with the M4. That's why I also told him just stick to the AK. I think he's one of the strongest AK players here in this event so far, so I think the M4 playstyle doesn't really suit him. Actually, it looked quite good for Kungara, like they got to open us, but I think I didn't expect the third guy waiting in the shadow area.
Yeah, definitely got a bit stifled on the push. Kungara now going to slow things down. Not too surprising after the way the last one went. Could still try to go for, you know, slightly delayed push in through mid, but did seem like Carahouse was pretty ready for it the first time around. So let's see what they do want to go for. I wouldn't even mind trying to send, you know, Famous or Kai's down underneath into water and maybe look for picks, because those two guys have been pretty good, especially if you do get Famous on that AK you were talking about, although doesn't have it this time around. Actually, 4 M4s trying to push through mid. That is the game plan here from the side of Kungara, but it is not going to work once again, because they do a decent amount of damage, but no kills just yet. They finally take out Dola, but Carahouse.2L are holding strong in mid.
Yeah, Famous really needs to find this other kill as well onto Lucas. They've left him in position for too long. It's Famous just pushing through alone. Taken down. Kai's stuck behind this box, but Brando, he's swooping in here. Able to find one. They should know that Lucas is in this corner position. But Kai's, he's not ready for it. Brando goes down as well. And Carahouse again winning on these mid-control plays.
Yeah, I'm surprised Kais wasn't aware of the position from Lucas here. Maybe there was a miscommunication. I also feel like if Kungara figures out, okay, Carahouse is playing mid-aggressive, then they should definitely go either for alley executes or water executes. Because challenging them in mid didn't work out yet.
Yeah, you could say maybe they're feeling like it's close, so they kind of want to run it back and see if it works the second time. But now 2 in a row, it's like, okay, gotta change something up. You know, throw smoke in the mid, maybe try to throw in some smoke and mirrors, and then just run through the alley. They do have a couple of guys in here, actually 3, but still a pretty large contingency of Carahouse.2L members here on the A side, as Mercs not going to be super clean on this entry. Does get the 1. Dola, though, is holding it down, picks up 2, as now Famous in mid is not quite able to land those shots, and it's Michael alone. Maybe he's the clutch master for Kungara today, but it's not going to happen in that round. 3 in a row for the Vietnamese squad.
Yeah, and this is where I think maybe this map pick wasn't ideal in this situation. I mean, they've given up a lot of information already on how they play it, and Carahouse seems pretty prepared to shut them down on it. Kungara have to get back to the drawing board quickly and get something working for themselves. At least 3 is kind of the requirement on this side of the map to do it on the GR, but even then, we've seen them struggle a lot on their GR side on this map. This time around, though, at least Kungara's winning these duels. 1-for-1's going each way, but it's actually Kungara who gets the better of it. 3-on-2 now, Dola down to 20 HP, and maybe they'll finally get their first round here.
Yeah, I'm not quite sure why they went this aggressive on the side of Carahouse, but you know, maybe if they got the drop on them trying to catch Kungara off guard, it did not work, as Kungara were just kind of waiting for them. And now it's Dola v2. Famous and Mercs going to stick together, as you normally would. They have the bomb. Dola could have potentially gotten a flank there, but now he's just going to go all the way around, as he doesn't know exactly where these guys are.
Dola in a good position to set up quickly for the retake on A. But getting through the double doors with only 16 HP doesn't seem like it will go his way. Famous has a nade in hand, potentially to throw as well. But Dola, he tries to sneak and catches it with a nade out, but thankfully, Mercs seals the deal.
Another striking example where Carahouse shouldn't play aggressive on GR side, same on compound, right? Every time they play aggressive on GR side, they keep losing those rounds. So
at least Dola having a pretty good game, I would say, so far. And honestly, over the match, he's stepped up quite a bit compared to what we've seen from him individually. But now it's up to that team play to try to close it out for Carahouse on the second map. They've got a great start to work with, but you can see Kungara starting to adapt here to what's being thrown their way.
Yeah, absolutely. And, you know, like Seven was saying, I think that Kungara is going to be ready for those pushes. It's not suiting Carahouse well. Kungara is feeling the pressure. They're waiting for that kind of pressure. And I think all you got to do is just wait for Kungara to make a move and just play solid defensively, and you'll be totally fine. But they gave it one chance. They tried to mess with the tempo. It did not work out very well at all, although Dola almost did get the clutch, but almost is not good enough when it comes to trying to pick up round wins. See Kungara once again just waiting for pressure. It's not going to come through this time. Carahouse have given up all of mid, which could be, you know, they're going to use a lot of utility to make their way in here, but Kungara now do have control over the middle of the map.
Yeah, I really like this execute setup coming out of Kungara. The mid to be very aggressive. JRK not super ready for this one. Still able to find 1. Gets the repeat though for 2, and Rambo helps hold on for just a moment. He's still stuck here on the back of site, but Michael and Kais have caught all of the rotators off guard, and now it's an even 2-on-2 situation. Kais though goes for the repeat. Dola almost goes down, somehow gets out of that one alive, but the C4 is still down in the hands of Rambo.
Yeah, Rambo is the owner of the B site. Nobody is allowed to build on his land at this point in time. You see that they were trying to 2v1 Dola, who they knew was isolated over on A, but instead now they're just going to push as 2, try to get Rambo all alone. The flick is good, as Rambo will be quick on the trigger, and he's not going to hit this one on to Michael, as Rambo will go down to Michael. 15 seconds left, as he's got to make a move. Dola's going to go for the peek early, and it does pay off this time around. And Carahouse.2L will pick up their 4th round.
I'm not sure Michael was clearing A side first because I mean bomb has been dropped on B side. So and then in the end he was under time pressure. I think he had like if he had like 20 more seconds left on the clock, he could play a little bit more passive, more patiently. And this costs him the round in the end.
Carahouse as well. They had a 3-stack on water, but quickly moved it away. Maybe at the worst timing here, JRK now left alone, spots the first player on it. Kungara not full committing just yet to this positioning. They got the spot on their end as well. Here comes the smoke screen to stall them out.
Yeah, not really gonna actually go for that play. So just poking in, see what they can see. Maybe they get a pick. Not gonna happen. JRK's playing it very passively, as you should. Almost begging Kungara to push in through there, as his teammates would be ready to shut that one down. And Kungara certainly struggling to really put 2 and 2 together here on this blacklist side of their map pick. It's, you know, it's the way it started for Carahouse, I suppose, playing BL on their map pick of compounds, but let's see how this one goes. Rambo is not going to hit that shot. Takes a bit of damage himself. And he's been mostly left on B to hold it by himself. As now down the stairs, here comes Lucas, going to clean that one up. As Brando will go down early, Dola's got a very nice angle as well to shut down the push and the bomb, putting that one on the ground. And now immediately Kungara, not a lot of position here to go for this push. They are pushing through the doors, and they will easily get cleaned up. As Carahouse.2L were there to stop them.
Yeah, nice angle from Dola, good off angle. Also rare to see playing someone playing from this angle. And I think if Carahouse keeps playing like that, just passive onside, 3 guys on A, 2 guys on B, they also might take the last 3 remaining rounds here in the first half. Because Kungara just don't look that good when they're about to execute towards bomb side A or B.
Yeah, I feel like I almost have a little deja vu from back when they were in a semifinal against most of the same roster on this map, and they kind of choked it pretty hard on the side of Carbon back in those days, but it's a similar situation. I just feel like the NA play style on this map specifically doesn't work too well against the Vietnamese teams. They're really good on the GR side of Mexico, and this is kind of what worked so well for Kungara to get these earlier games, was just having a dominant performance on the BL side where most teams wouldn't. And when you don't get that, even if you only put up 2 or 3 rounds, we've seen Kungara kind of suffer on the GR side of this map. So hopefully they can find something more out of this half. You can see the pressure play coming towards the middle section here. JRK left alone, taken down. Kai's jumps his way to a double kill. Brando goes down, not gonna matter. Kai's good for 3. Almost a shot at the 4th, but it doesn't matter. Kungara, they have the control play on the B bomb site successfully, and it leaves Dola alone, but he's already snuck through by himself. Dola gets the double kill as well. The 1v3 down to just Michael in his path. The C4 out of his hands, and you can see Dola here dancing around that smoke, trying to find that opportunity, but he's got a good chance now.
Hey, see, he's reading this pressure very well. He knows exactly the different routes Michael's going to have to come in onto this bomb site. And might just get the drop here on to Michael if he's not looking the right direction. He's coming in quick, and that will do it. Dola is able to outnumber him, and he has really been the key member left many times at the end of rounds to clean them up. And he will do that once again. Nice entry from the side of Kungara, trying to take advantage of maybe passive positioning, but it still does not matter in the end. They hold on to Carahouse. And now 6 rounds already with 2 more to go on this half. This is looking very clean from them.
I felt like Famous could have played a little bit more safely on this B bomb side and just wait for Michael, and then they could just swing together and get the frag onto Dola. But also great clutch from Dola. I think this lurk towards B alley was the right play, because Michael didn't see that coming.
Lucas waiting on the off angle towards the B bomb site. He's got 4 Kungara players on the other side, but look at this from Carahouse. They've got 3 ready to peek right into this stack. It's going to work pretty well initially. Still a 2-for-2 trade. McDola alive on the back of it, holding on, gets 1 as well. It's all on to Famous here. 1 versus 2, Shady down to 10 HP, but Rambo still very full in this one.
Yeah, that's going to be an issue here for Famous. I mean, you could maybe deal with Shady, but if Rambo holds on to a site or maybe even peeks early here with an could be good. Oh, he must have seen that. And Rambo has no idea, but he's not able to end it. He's not able to hit the shots, and Shady has the off angle, immediately puts an end to any of that funny business. 7 rounds on Mexico for Carahouse. They're looking unstoppable now.
Yeah, this is just rough here for Kungara, and a really tough one to get out of at this point. Even with 2 rounds on the BL side, it might not be enough to get this map back into their hands. Dola as well, 14-5. Finally, a really star performance from him in this one. We were waiting all tournament long for when Dola might step up, but this is the ideal time to do it. Backs against the wall, tournament life on the line, and Carahouse are finally playing like they want to keep themselves in this tournament. Kais, though, starts off with the opener, takes down Lucas. Still a lot to be done to get this round across the line, but a good start.
Yeah, I did think I would like to see Kais kind of pick up the here on Blacklist once again, because if they're just kind of sitting and waiting, you can maybe look for pickoffs before you do go for the executes. If it's 5v5 and Kungara try to just push in, they've had pretty much no luck, but if you can kind of turn the tides, tip the scales towards your direction just a little bit, it's always going to be beneficial, even if the isn't the greatest weapon. Maybe rely on your other teammates to get the entry done, but this is going to be a pretty nice pickoff. Again, you can see where he did go down. It was a pretty aggressive position. And again, that's the one way that Carahouse really have been losing anything on this map. It has been going for aggressive peaks from GR. This time around, though, Rambo is going to get the 1v1 in the sniper duel and might just be able to hold down the A site.
Dola getting aggressive as well, and Ali takes down one early on the push. And now Kungara, they're kind of stuck here on the top side of mid. Famous at least able to take down Rambo. Now they can try and sneak their way onto the A bomb site, but Dola is still here, gets the double kill, and Famous, he is just left alone. No way out, 20 HP. He's gonna have to hit all of the taps today to save his team.
Well, he's got an 8K now. Might be a little bit of a benefit here. He hits the one before. That's going to be another. He's just tapping on the heads. This is what he does. And Shady trying to play pat. He's going to get it. He gets the jump down, sprays him down, also gets the headshot. That's 8-1 in favor of Carahouse.2L from the GR side of Mexico.
For some reason, Michael wasn't checking this alley position, even though Dola got 1 kill there before, so this was the key fact. Dola should have got the 2-piece there. If they trade him, they might get this round, and now 8-1. Seems unlikely that an A squad will start a comeback. Yeah, I agree, Kyle. I think picking Mexico once again was a mistake.
Yeah, 2 rounds away from victory for Carahouse on this second map. Still a third on the way if that does happen, so Kungara not completely down and out if they go down on Mexico, but it has not looked good for them at all here. Brando not having that kind of standard Mexico performance either. He's 3-9, but to be fair, Dola, after being quiet for so long, not really expecting this kind of performance from him, but 17-6. What a time to step up and make sure this one happens for his team. Kais, he's still been playing decently on his side, but it hasn't really seemed to matter with the team getting a little bit more well-rounded on this one for Carahouse. But when you have someone just kind of popping off like that as well, it's so hard to shut down.
Yeah, it's definitely a good look for Carahouse. It does feel like one of those things that they were missing that they used to have when they were winning. Is, you know, have 1 or 2 guys popping off and more clean play, more balanced play. Or a couple of times where they did go for pretty aggressive peaks, but they kept it under wraps for the majority of the map so far. And now, let's see what they're going to do with this one. Still a minute left from the Blacklist side of Carahouse. Will they eventually push into mid? It's taking quite a while, 50 seconds. They got to take over mid and do something with it, but Famous is going to tap on the head, immediately trade it back. As they do push in through mid, that's going to be the end of Mercs, as he does get sniped down by Rambo.
Yeah, now they've got the numbers to work with. They're trying to work their way in towards this A bomb site, but they've had a lot of issues on the BL side with their coordination here for Carahouse. They're running out of time. 20 seconds to get the bomb plant. Kai's already able to find one on the cross. Spots out Rambo as well. The bomb's trying to sneak its way alone towards the B bomb site. It is Lucas to find one. They still have the numbers to work with. The bomb plant will go down, but Kai's, he's already got that opportunity to work on this clutch. You can see Michael knows that flank is there, waiting for them to make the mistake. But the timing is actually everything here from Rambo. Gets right behind them just in time to maybe catch them going into this bomb site. It is going to be a complete shutdown here, and another round for Carahouse.
Yeah, what a play from Rambo, just buying time for his teammates, not committing to the fight against Michael and Kais.
Yeah, really nice plays here being seen. You can see Dola as well continuing to turn the tide for his team. 9-1, Famous gets the opener, but will it be enough this time?
Yeah, let's see. I mean, they're coming in pretty quickly underneath. This is going to be red. The spray from Kais should be enough. It's only Dola. He's been good, but he's not immortal. As down he will go. Second round finally picked up for the side of Kungara. You can see they're not too happy at this point in time, understandably. Probably even just thinking about the next map. Although, who knows? Maybe you can tie it up from here. You're always given that chance, but looking pretty unlikely at this point. So now they're just trying to spray through the boxes. Perhaps just trying to run a little bit too much at Kungara, and that didn't work in the last round.
Yeah, this is where Carahouse has to show they can play as a team. They can't go for these individual picks to try and get the job done, even though they're feeling their shots and feeling good about this match. This is exactly what Kungara wants. They want that opportunity to get back into this map given to them, as Carahouse has done in the past. And again, another player pushes out alone, gifts the pick. It's already a 5-on-3.
This is what happens when Famous plays with an AK. Would have been nice to see it. Obviously, I understand trying to use the M4, trying to get aggressive with those sprays, but just 3 taps on the heads. Now they're just kind of running at Dola, who is going to pick up 2 kills. He has 1 HP. It's not looking too good for the side of Carahouse, but let's see what they can do. Dola going to pick up the Alm here, low on health.
Oh, what a shot there. I mean, Dola, he is wasting no time trying to get this one closed out. 3 kills already in the round. And with the Alm in hand, it wouldn't be crazy to see him get another here as well. JRK has to be the one to help seal the deal here, and that's where I'm not necessarily so sure. Brando able to find Dola. JRK left in the 1-on-2. The positioning not going to be checked. Kai is able to find one. A little bit of frustration there in the spray down, but you know what? They've got to find their way back into it somehow.
Kai's making sure that JRK is really dead, right?
Yeah, I think after the way this one has gone, maybe you do need to check on that, although probably might want to do that to Dola, you know, if you're trying to make sure someone is going down. He's really been the main carry. JRK's kind of just been the supportive player so far on this roster for Mexico. And now Carahouse considering a play through the alley pretty quickly. Kind of forward positions here from Kungara. Not sure if they're going to get a read on this on time and be able to rotate back.
Michael, Famous trying to hold this one off. The flash is perfect though. Dola sneaks into sight. Doesn't matter. Michael and Famous getting 3 between the 2 of them. And now JRK is left all alone. He does manage 2 from mid, but it's not going to be enough. Kai is able to secure the round, and Kungara might have some life left on Mexico after all.
I mean, this is getting pretty interesting. It's still very early on for any kind of comeback scenario, but 3 rounds in a row at least feels good. You're getting some momentum back. It's not a 10-1 at this point. 10-4 is not great either, but it feels better than 10-1, and you can at least bring your mental up to a better spot going into the final map. if nothing else, also gives you a chance to, I mean, this entire match has been quite streaky. So maybe you can begin your own streak and say, okay, well, we're going to go on a bit of a one and try to challenge Carahouse. Would have been good to do that before they got 9 rounds, but, you know, it can never be perfect with the timing. Carahouse have very much backed away from anything at this point, trying to feel the pressure, and they're not even looking into mid at all just yet.
I like the spot choice, though, from Mercs in this round, playing very forward, trying to catch them off guard. We'll see if it ends up working out. It can be a dicey position, playing that corner pocket, trying to bait into it, but Carahouse, there is so much hesitation on this push. They want to make sure this is the final round for themselves to cross that threshold, but they're having a lot of difficulty actually getting into this map control position. You can see with Famous on that ramp, everyone is so scared to challenge, but Brando runs into the fight here. Dola good for the double kill, and this could be the start of what they needed. Shady good for a third in mid. Dola on the cross. Spots Famous. That's 3 for him on the round. Michael left alone on the A bomb site, and they've got everything they need to close this out, but Dola, he is looking for more here. Might even get a little bit greedy on this position. Spots Michael, takes him down to 30 HP. Dola wants to be the hero in this map, and he's just going to do it. 10-4. It is going to be Carahouse to tie up the series.